Hi guys, my name is Kyle. I'm an AI expert and I'm going to be kind of going quick through this whole video. I hope you're kind of ready. The whole point of this video is how AI can save you as a business owner 6 to 8 hours a day. For me, I run 3 different businesses and they are all automated to the point where I have free time to do what I want with working just a few hours a day. And I'm going to show you exactly what I do to get to that point, and it's really quite easy. First, this is kind of for people who have a tiny bit of an understanding of AI. So, for example, if you use Claude Code, Codex, this is for you. If you haven't, I'll create another video for you for another day. But let's jump right into it. So I'm gonna use this whiteboard. There's a couple 6 to 7 key points I'm gonna go over for you that I find beneficial for me. They stack on top of each other, and at the very end, you'll see exactly how to create AI employees that will run your business for you and how to determine if AI can be an employee for your business. So let's kind of jump right into it. So the first thing, it is such an old thing to just type out all of your prompts to AI. You should be speaking. If you're on a MacBook, you have dictation built in. If you're on a Windows, I'm sure there's dictation built in as well, unless you have this custom rigged computer. But anyways, you should be dictating everything. You should be speaking. It helps you think further. As you speak to AI, you're giving it your raw thoughts and your raw details, and you're thinking through, and AI can see your thinking process, which helps AI further what you want. And even if you say something wrong, you can tell AI, I didn't mean that. Let's not do that. So you should be speaking your prompts to AI. When you do this, the few things you'll notice is, one, you're going to work a lot faster. AI is going to have better results for you. And it's just going to be an all-around better experience. Honestly, I did this for a year where I typed every single prompt and I got so sick of it. I think I looked at the Claude Code stats, and it was like over 10,000 different prompts sent in like 4 months from me typing before I learned how to speak, and now I don't even type unless it's like a three word prompt or like go or something like that. So number two, when you are working with AI, you shouldn't be having to micromanage AI. We are at a point where you have Babel, you have GPT 5.6 Soul, you have all of these insane AI models that are so capable. You need to be utilizing them to their full capabilities. And how do you do that? Is, well, one, you create, or I guess you explain your vision. So what I mean by this is, when you explain your vision, what I do personally is I will literally just sit here for 10, 15 minutes and I will speak to AI everything I'm imagining, giving it every little detail I can think of, and I will just give it to AI in a single prompt, just my raw thoughts. So it builds on top of speaking your prompt. Once I have all of this built out, I will continue just speaking and having and learning, I guess pushing myself to try to think more, give it more details. For example, one of my businesses, Blue Kiwi, this was one of my original businesses I started with AI. It wasn't at the point where I wanted it to be, and I didn't have the skills back in to do it. But when the new Chat GPT came out, 5.6, what I did is I sat down for 20 minutes and I'm like, let's see if it can revive my project. So I spoke for 20 minutes telling it how I wanted to create a new engine for the slideshow maker. I wanted to push forward and figure out my problems I had with it. And so I went through all my problems. And so now Blue Kiwi, which is a TikTok slideshow maker program, it fully rebuilt, and it actually works to how I expected it to be, because I told ChatGPT exactly how I want it to be. Explain your full vision. I'm talking like, think of like a 10-page essay explaining what you want AI to do for you, and then it'll have a full context behind all of this. After you do this, my next thing I would recommend is saying, interview me. Why? Well, you know what you want. AI doesn't. Even though you've explained your vision, you talked for 10, 15, 20 minutes to create a plan with AI, there's still going to be some outlier corner questions AI will have. If you say interview me, it's going to find those questions and ask you about it, and you can give your thoughts about that to get what you want exactly. So it's pretty simple. Once again, speak your answers back. Don't just talk about it or don't type it out. Speak it. The next one, once you have a full plan built and AI understands exactly what you're wanting to accomplish, you shouldn't just be sitting there saying, go ahead and go do it, and then waiting 10 minutes for it to finish and saying go again. You should be utilizing goals or loops. So what is a goal or a loop? So goals is more of a Claude, or sorry, a Codex, a ChatGPT thing. Loops are more for Claude. And so basically what this does is every time or whenever you tell it to do a loop or a goal, whenever the session finishes working, it'll automatically reprompt another Codex session, so it'll just keep working. You'll see some people who have their Codex sessions or their Claude sessions working for days straight on a task because of goals or loops. What I do personally is I will start exactly what my goal is to finish for my AI agent that day in the morning time, and I will have it run all day, and then later in the night or the next morning I will review it. I will see what it needs help with, such as reviewing some results and maybe adjusting it and setting another goal for the next day for it to keep working. This is the new AI as of July 2026. You should be using goals or loops. If you're not, you're gonna miss out. You're wasting so much time. I will literally let my AI run 12 hours a day without me managing it, and then come back to the results I want, where I can just enjoy my life, where I can go to the gym, go swimming, drive my car, go on dates, all of that kind of stuff. Okay, so now that you have this, Codex or Claude should be working on your entire plan, your entire vision. The next thing is gonna be, how do you determine if this can create an AI employee for your business? And so it's fairly simple. If Codex or Claude, your AI agent, can accomplish the golden loop to your standards, exactly what you're envisioning, and you can make it a repeatable thing, that's an AI employee. So for example, let me give you a quick example. If I have one of my stores is an AI dropshipping store where I have I have my AI agent who goes to Temu, will find 50 to 100 products, do research, not just find the first product, find ones that I'll make a profit margin on, find ones that I will, that customers want, that have low competition on Google or Amazon, and then it'll find 50 to 100 of these, every couple of days. When it finds this, that's an AI employee finding all of these. I trust it to find the product, and I trust it to do research on all of these products. So then that AI employee, once it finishes its work, it'll send it to my other AI employee, who will then create product pages on my Shopify store. Create the product page exactly to my liking, that matches my brand copy, the product images look really good. Basically, it's just like you look at it and it just feels like a professional page someone spent a whole day building, that's hyper personalized, gives all of the information, and it's high on converting elements. And so that AI employee will build that page. The next one will review it, make sure it meets my standards, and adjust it as needed. And then it'll publish it to Shopify. And once it's published on Shopify, my other AI agent who runs Google Ads will make sure that we're getting this into our Google Ads and starting to run ads on these products. So, and I have more AI employees other than that, but that's the example. I have these loops that are repeatable, that my employees can just run and then accomplish without me having to do anything. And you can schedule these loops or goals easily. And how you do that is going to be this. You're going to create a skill or a plugin, either or. So once you've realized the whole goal or loop is completed and it's to your satisfaction, you're going to tell it to create a skill. So a skill is just going to become a repeatable thing that Codex or Claude can follow. It's the exact formula it had before to repeat what you just did. And so this will create your AI employees. So if you do all of these things, say exactly what you want for an AI employee, explain your entire vision, Have it interview you so it understands your thinking even more on a deeper level. Set a goal or a loop to see if it can do it. If it can't do it, adjust it, change it to where it can. Keep messing with it. If it's a harder task, AI might not be there yet. You know, it's always going to be improving. This is the most exciting time for AI. Then 5, create a skill or a plugin with AI. And so that's kind of how you create like AI employees for your business so you can save hours a day. I taught several of my friends this, and now they're in the same boat as me where we just kind of enjoy life. I spend a lot of time researching AI just because I'm very passionate about it. So go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm gonna create more videos based on like my whole setup with my AI companies so you can learn about it. I'll give away the framework for free because I built it. I want to give it out. I want to provide free value. Thank you guys.